10 years ago, Hurricane Katrina ripped through large parts of America's Gulf Coast. Its scale was devastating. The city of New Orleans suffered enormous damage and loss of life from flooding after its levees gave way. Families there are still trying to recover today. We begin with one such story in this report from CCTV's Owen Fairclough.
I was in church and I just started hollering and crying and saying, God, how you let this happen to us?
It just was rough. It was just rough. It was rough, real rough. I cried, I cried. It was rough. I really do not like talking about what we went through.
Esther and Errol Joseph lost almost everything to Hurricane Katrina.
It was completely damaged, flooded from the bottom all the way to the top. It was really bad. Stinking, wet, nasty.
The family of 5 fled to relatives and friends before a torrent of water destroyed their neighborhood. Their home is being refurbished with help from a charity that's brought 200 families in this district back home. But the hurricane's toxic after effects run deep.
There's a lot of houses that are still decrepit or about to be knocked out, but as well as the mold that grew in all the sheetrock. A lot of the houses have been gutted, but that mold, if they haven't been properly treated, will still be within the wood.
The mold is gone from the home Errol was raised in, but he blames red tape for the long delays obtaining authorization to restore it and allow him to sleep under his own roof once again.
I've gone through a lot of bureaucracy about putting my house together. I've gone to the mayor's office, I've gone to the representative's office, I've gone to the senator's office.
Hurricane Katrina destroyed or made uninhabitable 300,000 homes across the Gulf Coast. Only around a third of the predominantly African-American population has returned to the lower ninth. It's one of the poorest places in the US, with poverty more than double the US average, where people can be living on as little as $32 a day. NGOs have taken the lead in bringing people back. Hollywood star Brad Pitt's Make It Right Foundation built these homes. But they can't cover up a visible sense of abandonment. We're just a few blocks from where one of the canals in New Orleans burst, flooding this entire area. And 10 years later, you can see it's almost completely derelict. Apart from the church there, most of the buildings around here have been completely destroyed and are abandoned. Despite the hardships, Errol and Esther won't contemplate leaving this area, even with the possibility of another Katrina. There is hope. Startups are flocking to New Orleans to drive stronger economic growth, a sign that a new generation can make this city flourish again.